Hey everyone, what is going on? So we actually doing my regional tournament. We had, I think it was 70 people. I think a few people didn't show up, but we had around 70 people. And yeah, I just have to let you guys know, I had a lot of issues because I have really bad panic disorder, and when we got there it was hot and I felt claustrophobic because we were in the room. So, you know, at like 1:15 or 1 o'clock, from like 1 o'clock I was in the bathroom till like 1:15, I freaking out. I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, you know. So it's like, how am I going to play? I'm going to have to forfeit. I'm not going to have a video of this. All these things running through my mind. And you know, my brother comes knocking on the door and saying, hey, you know, they're calling the first round, we can play. And I'm like, I don't know if I could play. So he had to help me get to the table. So I was really nervous, not because of the tournament, not to face anybody. I was just having a really bad panic attack, which I hope doesn't happen at GoFest. I'm going regardless. But yeah, so a couple of these matches, a couple of rounds, I was really feeling it. Could have been because of the heat. There was no AC. It could have been because of the amount of people. I don't know. It could have been. It felt really claustrophobic, as I said. But anyway, I sat down. He helped me to the table, ready to go against the first opponent. Now, this guy I did see on, I believe it was King IV's channel, lower gas prices. I could be wrong, you know. And, you know, I was meaning to become friends with him. So if you want to somehow contact me, send me a friend code, I'll definitely go ahead and add you. But anyway, we had some good games. Yeah, so, but yeah, I was really feeling it, even though in this battle, I thought I was just going to completely go 0-6 if I could even play the matches or whatnot, you know. But we still ended up winning the first game, so we do go ahead and take that game, despite feeling like this. And it only lasts for a couple rounds, so it's like we managed to survive it and get over it. But I was really feeling it. I don't know, maybe it was the anticipation. Could have been because I only got 3 hours of sleep. I don't know, guys. But anyway, we are beginning game 2 now. I didn't think he would lead with Probo Pass game 2 because that really is what lost it for him, because I led with Metachamp. So I do go ahead and lead Melmetal. He gets off a Thunderbolt. I'm going to go ahead and eat that Thunderbolt, and we're going to go ahead and get off a Thunderbolt. I was curious at how much it did. I had no idea, because honestly, I've never faced a Probo Pass before. I knew it was really weak to Metachamp, but outside of that, I really never faced it. So we go ahead and use another Thunderbolt. It does cost him a shield, so we're going to go ahead and use another shield. Probably not the best scenario to be in. Well, that's our first shield, actually, that we used. But we're going to go ahead and use another shield because we want to try and knock him out before he can knock us out. We get a Thunderbolt off, and it actually doesn't quite knock him out. I'm hoping these fast moves do, and we do knock him out. So we actually do knock that Probo Pass out. However, he is up in shields, so that is not good for us. So we're going to go ahead and use Rock Slide. He does knock us out. Thinking about it for a little bit now, I knew Gallade was going to be weak to Sableye, so Gallade wouldn't have been a good decision to bring it in. We have no shield, so we could take a foul play, but still does a lot of damage. He switches in Azumel, so it's really not looking great for us. Getting off a Sky Attack right now. At this point, I was just thinking, I just wanted the battle to end. You know, I didn't want to. That's the problem I have with these like big competitions and whatnot. But either way, yeah, so we get off a Leaf Blade. He's going to block it, but he hits us with a Hydro Pump, going to absolutely destroy us. Yeah, so this game, we're not going to win, as you probably figured that out. We're going to get off a Sky Attack and knock out a Azumel, but he brings in his Sableye. And we actually came close, but he's able to get off a move, a foul play, and he's able to knock us out. So, you know, still a close game, and we're moving on to round 3. So this time we both begin with Sableye. So an even matchup at this point, just trying to see who can get off that move first. He actually gets off Is. Now I knew I'd be neutral to it, so we take that Shadow Sneak. We're going to go ahead and get off a foul play right now, which is actually going to do more to him than that Shadow Sneak. So I felt like he should have went for the Shadow Sneak, but I guess he didn't. Anyway, we knock him out with fast moves, which is good for us. Gonna go ahead and use foul play on whatever comes in, which is going to be that Probo Pass. So his Probo Pass is just going to try and knock us out. I was trying to get on one more foul play, couldn't let it happen, unfortunately. But we do have the Metachamp, so that's good for us. He switches into Azumel. I'm going to have to switch out ASAP into Skarmory because, yeah, you know, Metachamp doesn't do well against Azumel. Anyway, getting off a Sky Attack right now. And he's going to go ahead and use the shield. You know, I was thinking of actually trying to go for that Flash a cannon. I'm glad I didn't because he ended up shielding. But we do get off Sky Attack, which is going to do a good amount of damage. Just one more Sky Attack, and we should be able to knock him out. I am going to protect my Skull Mary here from that Hydro Pump because I didn't want to get knocked out. You know, I was like, I didn't know if it was a bait. Maybe it was a bait, but it still would have done a decent amount of damage anyway. But he does use his shield. He's going to get over Play Rough. I knew that wasn't enough for Hydro Pump, so we do knock out his Azumel. So looking to be in a pretty good position. Unfortunately, we have Probo Pass, which will knock out Skull Mary, but we have that Medicham in the back at full health. Now, as you can see there, we didn't even get one ring, so that did no damage. That was from my panic, you know, I was like, my hands were shaking and I was not able to like even tap the screen, so that's definitely my fault. We still won the match. That happened a couple times, but that was before I started feeling better, you know, anyway. But we do win game one, so, or not game one, round one. So we actually do go ahead and take round one. So going into game two, really feeling it as well, really feeling the heat. You know, my friend had showed up at this time. Her name is Lauren. Shout out to you, Lauren. She brought me water. She made me feel better. So but at this point, we were still feeling uncomfortable from the situation. I'm going to go ahead and shield that Skull Mary's attack just because we don't want to take that damage. And I'm going to go ahead and use a Foul Play. He's going to go ahead and shield that, which is what I thought he would do. And I'm going to go ahead and shield this. Maybe not the best situation to shield both, but I wanted my Sableye to stay alive. Just charging up some energy. I was going to try and knock him out before he got off another Sky Attack without using like a Foul Play, but I decided not to go for it. Anyway, we get off a Shadow Sneak, and that's not going to do much. He's going to take that and eat that up, but he knocks us out. That is okay. Thinking about it for a little bit, trying to let the timer run down, and we are going to bring in Skull Mary. Now, you have to be careful of that Hydro Pump. I don't know if he has Hydro Pump on it. Play Rough, he probably would have went for the Hydro Pump had he had it because I am out of shields. So we're going to go ahead and use Sky Attack right now. So he's going to go ahead and block that. And right now he gets off a move, which is going to be that Hydro Pump. So he actually does have Hydro Pump. Knocks out my Skull Mary fast. And right now I bring in Azumarill. And yeah, he's going to get off a Play Rough, and that's not going to do much. So I knew I'd be able to knock out Azumarill, but I knew I was going to be in a little bit of trouble at this point. So yeah, we do go ahead and knock out Azumarill. His final Pokemon is Medicham. Now, I actually thought I was going to win this, but as you could see, part of my anxiety or part of my panic allowed that to happen. And yeah, it was very close. I shouldn't have let that happen. I should have somehow prevented that. I wish I could have prevented that, but that's okay. That's my fault. I wasn't going to ask for like a game rematch or whatnot because that was totally my fault. So he actually does take me out. If we were able to get the 3 rings, which we can consistently now do, I would have won that, but that's okay. You know, it is what it is. But we jump into game 2, beginning with Sableye. So a favorable matchup for us. He switches into Azumarill. I don't know what to switch into, so I switch into my own Azumarill, and I'm just gonna take this Play Rough. At this point, I knew he had Play Rough and Hydro Pump, so I knew it was gonna be a Play Rough, and we go for Play Rough. Could have went for that Hydro Pump, I guess, but Play Rough is neutral, and, you know, just in case he shielded. I didn't think he would shield, but just in case he did. But anyway, he gets off his own Play Rough, which is going to almost knock us out. You know, we get off another Play Rough. Again, a couple glitches like that happen, so we're not going to do any damage to it. He's probably wondering what was going on. I was kind of freaking out in my head a little bit. But that's okay, that's okay. So this match, we lost. Some of these things could have been a factor as to why we lost. I have absolutely no idea, but I wasn't going to ask for a rematch because at the end of the day, it is my fault anyway. So, you know, it's not his fault, right? And he gets off a Hydro Pump. We don't block that because, I don't know, I didn't think it was a Hydro Pump. So I don't block that, but I'm going to get off a Sky Attack right now and knock him out. And yeah, not looking too well. Seeing what he brings in, which is going to be that Medicham. So this is kind of an even matchup. However, I switch into Sableye immediately and get off a Foul Play, which is going to do a good amount of damage to it. I'll take that damage. He's going to get off his move, which is going to be that Ice Punch, actually. I was kind of expecting Power Up Punch, but trying to knock him out. But I decided to go ahead and go for the Shadow Sneak. That was probably a mistake. I probably should have knocked him out or tried to knock him out without going for the Shadow Sneak. But I went for it just because I thought he'd get to a Power-Up Punch, and I don't know. Either way, he brings in his Skull Mary using a Foul Play right now. And yeah, he uses a shield. That's okay with us. He knocks out our Pokemon. My last one is going to be a Skarmory, but it's super weak. So he does go ahead and sweep me 2-0. So good games, good games. I had a lot of fun during those battles, even though, we had some issues, at least for me. Unknown to you maybe, but that's okay, no big deal. Jumping into another match, we begin with Medicham. Same thing happened. I wasn't even tapping because I was just really feeling the heat. Now it was during this match where I started to feel better. Not during this one, I think during the second game where I started to feel better, so we started to up the games, in terms of like, my health and whatnot. I was feeling better, so yeah, anyway, he gets off a Sky Attack. We're just going to go ahead and knock out Skarmory right now. Going for an Ice Punch immediately, which is going to be in a Azumel. Should have switched out, I guess. But again, I really wasn't focused on the game. What can I say, guys? But we do go ahead and get off a Power Up Punch. And going to go ahead and decide who I want to bring in. I'm going to bring in my Skarmory this time, hoping he doesn't have Hydro Pump on his. So he goes for Ice Beam. So at that point, I figured he doesn't have Hydro Pump. I'm going to go ahead and farm up a little bit. He's going to get off that Thunderbolt, which is going to be able to knock me out. I thought I'd be able to maybe get off a Flash Cannon before, but I guess not. But anyway, right now he gets off a Thunderbolt. Yeah, this game is not looking good for us, guys. And trying to get to that Hydro Pump, and we are actually able to get to the Hydro Pump. He's going to go ahead and get knocked out, so that's good for us. He probably wasn't expecting Hydro Pump, but that's probably why he didn't block it. So it's actually a very close game despite my own issues, but that's okay. We gotta play rough. He doesn't block this because I guess he knew it wouldn't knock him out. He should have blocked it just in case. I don't know, guys. But either way, we won that. It doesn't matter. He won that. Excuse me. He won that. So yeah, this game is when I started to feel better because I had a lot of water to drink and whatnot. So yeah, I'm using Medicham. He's using Azumel. So not good for us. We're gonna switch out immediately into Skarmory. And he's going to pull the switch into Probopass, so that's not good for us. I'm going to get off Flash Cannon and hopefully do a good amount of damage. And I don't know, for Flash Cannon I felt like that wasn't enough damage, but I guess Probopass is really bulky, so we're going to block that Thunderbolt just so we could try and get off another Sky Attack or a first Sky Attack, hoping to bluff him. And it works actually, so he does give up a shield for that. So we're going to go ahead and block this Thunderbolt. And, yeah, just trying to get off a Sky Attack, but he's actually, unfortunately, able to get off, well, it's a Magnet Bomb, so we're actually able to, do I get it off? No, I was going for that, Flash Cannon. No, we didn't get it off. Should have went for the Sky Attack, I guess, but that's okay. Lagging a little bit. He was lagging too, so he didn't get an advantage in that, but getting off the Power Up Punch right now to knock out Probopass, and he brings in his Banette, so I'm going to switch into my Sableye, which is going to do a good amount of damage to Banette. He brings in his Azumarill, and yeah, it's going to be nights out for my Sableye. I can't do a whole lot. By the way, guys, this video is going to be quite a bit longer because it is the regional tournament. We had 6 rounds. Some games we had 2-0, some games we had 0-2s, things like that, but so it's going to be quite longer. So this is round 3 for those not really keeping track. But anyway, Play Rough is going to knock out Medicham, and that is a good game. So yeah, at this point, I'm definitely feeling a lot better. Feeling ready. I'm ready for round 4. I knew I wasn't going to win at this point, but at least I was hoping to have some good battles. So for this one, really nice guy. Really loved his Shiny Haunter. So, shout out to you for having a Shiny Haunter, right? Yeah, but he brings in his Azumel. Kind of a questionable play. I'm not really sure why. I mean, I have Thunderbolt on that Melmetal. I decide not to bluff with Rock Slide. He activates Play Rough. I'm going to go ahead and take that. I'm going to go ahead and use my own Rock Slide to try and bluff. Plus, it would also do a good amount of damage, almost knock it out. So I'm going to go ahead and use another Rock Slide. And we do take his last shield, which is what I was hoping to do. I was hoping that he would use his last shield. I'm just going to let Melmetal faint at this point. And we're going to go ahead and I believe I bring in Gallade. Let's see. No, we bring in Azumarill. I thought I put in Gallade, but I bring in Azumarill just to do as much damage as possible, I guess. He gets off a Play Rough. We'll go ahead and take that. He's out of shield, so I'm not too concerned. I knew Azumarill was going to go down as it does. And I'm going to switch into my Gallade immediately. when Confusion is just going to go to town on both of his Pokemon, Haunter and his Venusaur. So we're going to go ahead and start using the shields, block that. Now we have Confusion. We're going to block this Frenzy Plant just because that would have knocked us out, right? And we're going to go ahead, get off a close combat just because it's a 1-bar charge move and it's going to do a lot of damage. So we go ahead and take game 1. So we do go ahead and win that. So yeah, at this point, round 4, starting to feel it, starting to get better, at least in terms of my, mental health, right? Maybe I'll join Mystic 7's mental group or whatnot that he was talking about. But for this game, I begin with my Melmetal because I liked how it performed last game. He begins with his Azumarill. I'm going to go ahead and use Thunderbolt, and that is going to be blocked by Melmetal, as it should be blocked. But I'm going to go ahead and use another Thunderbolt because I figure, well, if he has to block it, it's going to do a lot of damage. If he blocks it, we'll take his last shields, So we go ahead and block this Ice Beam because I thought that I would be able to get to another, Rock Slide because this would knock him out. And we do get to a Rock Slide. So that's going to take his last shield. So I'm really happy about that. I decided not to block this because I don't think I would have been able to make another Rock Slide. Pretty sure about that. But anyway, thinking for it a little bit, I decided to bring in Gallade this time because I knew Confusion damage would be enough and that would help us charge up Leaf Blade as well as close combat. So he's out of shields at this point, so feeling pretty good. He does bring in Skarmory, but we have that close combat. It is neutral, but it is going to be doing a lot of damage. So switching into a Azumarill right now. And he's going to get off his Sky Attack, but I'm going to go ahead and take that. I knew it couldn't be a Flash Cannon at that point. But yeah, just going for the Play Rough. No need for Hydro Pump, save the energy. That's enough to knock out Skarmory. His final Pokemon is Medicham, so not going to let the same mistake happen as it did in the previous game where I couldn't get those... I couldn't even get one ring because of my issues. I was going to make sure I got it, so... so we do go ahead and get that. But I'm going to block this just because I felt fairly safe at this point. Even if he knocked out a Azumarill, we still had a Pokemon in the back that would have knocked him out. So we do go ahead and take that game. So really nice game, I loved the tournament, loved the environment. Everyone was so nice, so friendly. Loved it. And can't wait to go to another regional if I get invited to another one. Even if the same issues happen or whatnot or how I do, it doesn't matter. But we're going to jump into this game, and I'm going to switch into my Gallade. He switches into his Skarmory. I'm going to go ahead and go for the close combat, hoping that he would think I was shield baiting, which is exactly what happens, and close combat does a lot of damage. Now we can go for that Leaf Blade, right? And he is going to go ahead and block that because he didn't want to take it, so understandable. And he'll knock out Gallade. I'll definitely let that happen. So, right now, either Skarmory or Medicham. I knew he was out of energy, so I felt Medicham was a safe switch in so we could knock it out. Waiting for the timer a little bit. Unfortunately, he has a Play Rough ready to go, so we're going to go ahead and block that and switch into Skarmory immediately. And, yeah, this was a tough match because we had the bad lead. But anyway, he uses Ice Beam. And we're going to go ahead and take that using Flash Cannon, hoping he would think it was Sky Attack and not block, but he actually goes ahead and blocks. So it's unfortunate, but that's okay. We'll take another Ice Beam to the face, and that will almost knock out Skarmory, and, he is able to knock us out. We use Medicham's Power Up Punch to do a good amount of damage. Not a good amount of damage. I didn't do much at all. But yeah, not really looking good at this point, guys. Not really looking good at this point. So, yeah, he's going to be able to get off a power-up punch, and that is going to do some damage to us. We get off an Ice Punch, just trying to do as much damage as possible. I was trying to figure out a way to win, but there was really no way at this point in time. So he gets off a power-up punch. And, yeah, I mean, I'm able to knock out Medicham, but he has a healthy... not a healthy Azumarill. It's not healthy at all. But, he's still able to have his fall. So we do go ahead and take the loss there. So really nice game. That was a close one. So we're going to jump into the final match. This is, what was it, round 4? I believe it was round 4. So we actually get the better lead. And in this particular moment with Skarmory. So he's going to switch into a Azumarill. So I'll switch into my Gallade, just charging up those Leaf Blades so I could get ready to fire them off. I'm going to go ahead and block this Play Rough. So Yeah, charging up a little bit, charging up enough. Well, I charged up 5 times, so I still needed one more charge to get to another Leaf Blade. So, unfortunately, he gets to his move before I'm able to. So we get off another Leaf Blade, which is good for us, but we are currently out of shields, as is he, because he just used his last shield. But we're able to get that Leaf Blade before he's able to beat us. So we do knock out Azumel, which I didn't think would happen. He brings in Skarmory and knocks out Gallade. So this was really a tricky match. I'm going to go ahead and bring in my Azumel right now. I think we had a little bit of lag, but it didn't affect either of us. I knew I could go for Hydro Pump safe and sound because he had no shield, so I wasn't too worried about that. We could take those Sky attacks, so I'm just charging up for that Hydro Pump. Able to fire it off, doing a lot of damage, almost knocking out a Skarmory, so I'll definitely take it. So we don't even need to go for Hydro Pump anymore. Trying to finish it off with Bubble. We actually do finish it off with Bubble. I was trying to go for the Play Rough. Unfortunately, not Play Rough, Hydro Pump. Unfortunately, it didn't work out in our favor, but Play Rough probably would have been better anyway. But we get off. I forgot what he had in the back. What can I say, guys? And we do go ahead and win the match. So we actually win game round 4. So yeah, I'll take it. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into yet another one or another match, and we're beginning with Azumel, and he does begin with his Melmetal. I'm going to go ahead and take this Thunderbolt, doing a lot of damage to us. I'm going to go ahead and use a Hydro Pump right now, hoping that he would not take the bluff, and he would think it was Play Rough and whatnot, but no, he actually goes ahead and shields it. But that's okay. We're going to go ahead and block that. Trying to get to another Hydro Pump. It doesn't happen, so I do go ahead and use my last shield. And I'm going to go ahead and use Hydro Pump right now. So we either take his last shield or he protects himself or whatnot. And we did take his shield. So right now he is using Thunderbolt, which will knock out Azumel. So not really a great position for us at this point. Is this game 3? I think I said the last game was game 3, but maybe this is game 3 of round 4. I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting a little bit confused. I'm not really too sure. A lot of content to edit and whatnot. Definitely a longer video. But Skarmory hits us nice and hard. And yeah, trying to finish him off before we have to use the charge move, and we're going to be able to do so. We'll take that Sky Attack, so we'll be able to finish off his Skarmory, of course. Keep in mind he is out of shield, so that's definitely good for us. We get off a Flash Cannon against Melmetal, which will knock out Melmetal, and he brings in his Venusaur. So I knew I couldn't let my Skarmory go down. And I thought it was going to go down, but I actually survive, and we get off a Sky Attack, and we both were like, oh my gosh. So we actually do go ahead and sneak in the win. So I guess that was the win of game, the final match of game 4, or round 4. So we do go ahead and win round 4. No, that was round 5. Excuse me. We do win round 5. So you've been watching round 5 and then round 4 before that. So I do apologize for that. So right now we are 3-2. So if we win this, we'll be 4-2. If we lose this, we'll be 3-3. So right now, getting off a foul play, and he's gonna go ahead use that Sky Attack. We do go ahead and block that. And trying to get to another one. We actually do get to another foul play. So I was curious if he would block this. He does decide to block it because he didn't want his Skarmory to go down. I'm going to go ahead and block this Sky Attack because I knew I'd be able to get to another foul play before he can get to another Sky Attack. Maybe I should have tried to feint it without using foul play, but I probably should have, guys. He would have definitely been knocked out before he was able to get to a Sky Attack, so I would say that was a mistake on my end. But we do go ahead and use foul play against his Melmetal, and he'll block that, so, I'll take it. We took both of his shields, but not a good position for us because we have both Pokemon that are weak to Thunderbolt, so I knew this game was not looking very nice to us, so not a good game for us, That was Thunderbolt, and we're going to go ahead and take another Thunderbolt. He has no reason to bluff because we have no shields left, and we're going to be able to not take this Thunderbolt. Well, we get off a Sky Attack hoping that it would knock out Melmetal. It actually does knock out Melmetal, but his final Pokemon is that Alolan Marowak, and Shadow Ball is just going to eat us alive. We do get off a Sky Attack, so I guess it was closer than I originally said, but he gets off a Shadow Ball, which does a lot of damage, and yeah. You know, I was trying to get to a Sky Attack before he got to a Shadow Ball. I actually think he used Bone Club because it didn't matter. Yeah, I knew he'd be able to get to a Bone Club, so he does take that game. But a very close match, you know, a very close match. And so, yeah, now we are jumping into another game against Danger Dan, what was it? And we use Sableye, he uses his Metachamp. So this is a good lead matchup for us. We knew, well, at least I thought he was going to be able to, or have to switch out. So I was surprised he started using charge moves. I thought he would switch out, but we actually get off a foul play against him. So that is good for us. Gonna burn a shield, so I'll definitely take that. No need for us to burn a shield. Power Punch will not knock us out. And we're going to get off another foul play, which will either knock him out or take a shield. So it does knock him out, and we're in a really good position. He brings in a Alolan Marowak right now, so we use foul play against his Alolan Marowak. So, excuse me, guys, that's going to take his last shield, so I'll definitely take that. Actually getting off another foul play, I was really surprised. That's going to take a Alolan Marowak, so Sableye really coming through, so he does knock us out. Unfortunate for us. We're going to bring in Metacham, and I knew at this point we had 2 shields. It was over. Not much we could do. We could take those Thunderbolts. We could definitely take Rock Slide, so we're going to go ahead and use Power Up Punch, and yeah, we're just going to be able to knock out Melmetal, so we actually take that game. And so it's 1-1 in the final round 6. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and jump into another match, beginning with Sableye. I was hoping he would think I wasn't gonna begin with Sableye, but no, he actually called the Sableye prediction correctly, unfortunately, and he gets a better lead on us. So I'm gonna go ahead and use that Shadow Sneak. And not doing a lot of damage, but it's okay, I'll take it. I'm going to go ahead and block this because I don't want my Sableye to get knocked out from Play Rough. And we do go ahead and use Shadow Sneak again, which, I mean, it's chipping away at its health, right? So why not? Trying to get to a Shadow Sneak before you got to a Play Rough wasn't going to happen, so we blocked this. So using both shields early on, unfortunately, it just wasn't a good matchup for us. We should have brought something. I was going to bring Melmetal, but I was like, you know what? He's probably going to predict that I don't use Sableye another time, but no, he actually thought I was going to use Sableye. So he does lead with a Zoom out, so definitely a good prediction on his end. And for this one, he knocks me out with Rock Slide. So I'm going to definitely bring in that Metacham. Yeah, we could eat Thunderbolts. Well, I mean, it still does a decent amount of damage. Unfortunately, he switches out when I go for Power Up Punch into a Alolan Marowak, so that's not good for us. We're going to bring in a Zoom out and just go to town on it. Trying to get to that Hydro Pump, he gets off a Shadow Ball, which is going to do an okay amount of damage. I actually go for Play Rough trying to bait the shield, and it does work because it wasn't worth the risk, right? But I knew, you know, he'd be able to knock me out with another Shadow Ball. So we bring in Metacham, and a little bit of lag, but not really a big deal. Anyway, he does win this, so we go 3-3, and we came in 27th place. So if anybody guessed 27th, I'll be announcing the winner in the next video. If nobody did, it'll be random, and then I'll add you as a friend in Pokemon Go. And don't edit your comments, because then those will be I won't count those and whatnot. But yeah, we got 27th place, so I'll take it. And that's going to be it for this one, guys. I will see you in the next video. Bye. Thank you so much for watching my latest video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter. If you like this video, click on one of the links to check out another one of my videos that you'll probably enjoy.